The pony stuck a carrot on her forehead and disguised herself as a unicorn. Just then, a pink truck drove by and splashed her from head to toe. When she looked at her reflection in the water, she had turned into a pink unicorn. Her cute appearance spread like a virus, and even the head of a talent agency came looking for her. But right before the show started, the paint at the corner of her mouth began to peel. The pony rushed into the bathroom and touched the pink on her face. Just as an assistant happened to see it, she dumped a bucket of water over the pony, washing off all the paint and revealing who she really was. The assistant snapped photos of her in that messy state and threatened to post them online unless she left immediately. Helpless, the pony walked away. Because she had stolen the spotlight, her rivals wanted revenge. They hired people to throw eggs at her. Her fans tried to stop them, but the carrot on her head was still knocked off. The assistant captured that exact moment. Her disappearance left her fans devastated, and her friends started putting up missing posters everywhere. Then she came back. This time she was fully clear-headed. She didn't want to live behind that illusion anymore. She wanted to be herself. When she appeared again as the pink unicorn, she walked onto the stage, pulled the horn off her head, wiped away the pink paint on her face, and told everyone the truth. She was just an ordinary horse. With her companions playing alongside her, her clear, powerful voice rang out. Her fans waved their glow sticks. They didn't care about her appearance. Even without being a pink unicorn, the crowd's passion never faded.
The man was a top-secret agent. Everything on his suit could turn into a weapon, but this time he almost ruined the entire mission. He was surrounded by hundreds of enemies. He tried using the company's newest weapon to break through, but it didn't even leave a scratch on them. At one point, a cat was literally flying in circles above them. He had no choice. He ripped off his bow tie and sliced through a giant gong. Then he flicked a button off his shirt and triggered an explosion. He smashed through the ceiling and launched himself upward, chasing after the enemy helicopter. That's when he finally completed the mission. When he got back, he went straight to the weapons lab. His coworkers saw him glowing from head to toe and immediately blamed the weird guy. He had been a genius since he was a kid, but every weapon he invented had zero lethality. Furious, the man fired him on the spot. Later, he went to turn in the mission, but the case he recovered was completely empty. The deadly weapon was still out there taking lives, and the person controlling it was impersonating him. He couldn't explain any of it, so he had no choice but to run and clear his name himself. That meant going back to the so-called weird guy for help. By then, he had just developed a transformation serum. That's when the man showed up at his place. He was thirsty, didn't think twice, and drank it. The weird guy panicked immediately. A second later, the serum kicked in. The man's hands shrank instantly, and when he woke up again, he was a pigeon. He demanded an antidote. The weird guy told him it wasn't finished yet. Great. Even so, the man still wanted to get out there and take revenge. But that's when it hit him. He was trapped in a pigeon's body. Just then, the weird guy caught up to him. He showed the man the gadgets he had secretly been working on and said he wanted to join the mission. But right then, the CIA finally tracked him down.
The man ordered a dish at a night market. Out of curiosity, he asked the vendor what their secret recipe was.
How are these so good? What do you put in them?
60 years of my damn life.
Just then, a commotion broke out nearby. He turned toward the noise and saw 3 large thugs walking over. The moment he noticed the tattoo on one of them, he froze. He was the man who killed the man's father. The man got up and chased after him.
Where are you going? Young man, they'll kill you.
He shoved open the door of a club and quickly scanned the place. Soon, he spotted the same 3 men. No words. One of them grabbed a bottle and smashed it at him. He fought them head-on. Another pulled out a knife and lunged. He broke one man's leg, then pinned down the last. But his throat was still slashed. He collapsed, everything going black. They thought he was dead and started reporting back to their boss. But before he could finish, the man stood up again. The copper coins at his waist began to glow. He turned and ran. The man threw a knife into his back. Looking down from the wooden walkway, he realized the thug was just a lieutenant. A whole crowd of thugs rushed out, armed with clubs. They charged straight at him. He slipped on blood. Someone stabbed him from behind. Surrounded, he was beaten to death. But the moment he died, he entered another space. He replayed the fight he had just gone through. And somehow, that was how he grew stronger. One copper coin shattered, bursting into golden light. He stood up again, older this time, facing so many enemies. He was knocked down again and again, but he didn't stop. He kept trying until only 2 coins remained. He walked into the enemy's room, now visibly aged. Facing the arrogant man before him, he simply took a fighting stance. Later, he returned to the food stall. The woman who ran it looked at him like she recognized something. The man she saw now was much older. But when she noticed the way he held his chopsticks, she knew he was the same young man from yesterday, and that's when she asked the question.
The man drives a burning piece of wood into his arm. The pain surges. Then he drives 3 nails around his shoulder, then tightens the metal collar around his throat and springs himself up. As he hangs from the neck, the virus spreads. He can feel it crawling beneath his skin. But the man holds on to a single image, his sister being devoured, and the vow to eliminate all the Kabaneri. These undead creatures are nearly impossible to kill. Their hearts are protected by armor. One bite, and within minutes, a human becomes a monster. That's why the survivors hide inside fortresses of steel and travel only on armored trains. But on that day, the Kabaneri invaded the city and slaughtered people in the streets without stopping. So the man cuts his arm to attract one using his blood. He wants to test his weapon, designed to pierce their incredibly tough heart. So he stands in front of the door. Every second was tense. Suddenly, a creature crashes through the roof and catches him off guard. Even so, he remains calm. He fires, the heart shatters, and the creature collapses instantly. He proved it. His weapon can destroy them. Then his eyes shift to his own skin, and fear sets in. He had been bitten on the arm. That's why he restrained himself, cutting off blood circulation until he went numb, trying to stop the virus before it spreads. The infection halts. It doesn't reach his brain. The man becomes something else, a hybrid, half human and half Kabaneri.
The girl wanted to tame the little sea creature. It came up to her on its own looking for food, honestly. It didn't seem dangerous at all. She thought about picking it up, maybe even keeping it, but the second she turned, she crushed an egg. She froze. That's when she realized the ground around her was covered in them. Suddenly, Jacob showed up and pulled her back. She didn't want to leave the little creature.
That's not a pet. It's a monster, and we're not keeping it.
But he's so cute. Look at this face.
You and I have a different idea of cute.
But he grabbed it and tossed it aside, then picked her up and ran. In the chaos, he stepped on another egg and immediately jumped back in panic. The next second, dozens of baby creatures burst out of their shells. They ran, but the creatures quickly surrounded them.
They're bonded to us, like geese.
It's the mother goose I'm worried about.
Then the forest started shaking. The mother was coming. They sprinted to the boat, shoving it into the water as fast as they could, but the giant creature was right behind them. That's when the girl noticed one of the babies was still clinging to Jacob's back. She turned around, grabbed it, and held it up. And just like that, the mother stopped chasing them. They thought they were safe. They were wrong. A massive crab suddenly rose from the sea, snapping its terrifying claws and charging straight at them. Jacob grabbed an oar and tried to fight it off, but he was no match. Right then, the apex predator of the ocean appeared, the red blaze. The crab froze, and the two monsters clashed instantly. Red Blaze charged with its horns while the crab blocked with its claws, darting onto the rocks and using the terrain to its advantage. It pinned Red Blaze down, slowly gaining the upper hand. Seeing that, the girl rushed in and grabbed the crab's eye. It recoiled in pain, loosening its grip, but she lost her footing and fell into the water. Jacob reacted instantly, grabbing a spear and striking the crab with perfect aim. Red Blaze seized the moment, bit down hard, flung the crab aside and forced it to retreat. Jacob searched frantically for the girl, but before he could find her, the little sea creature had already pulled her back to safety.
You wouldn't believe it, but this rat is the head chef of this restaurant. It carefully washes its face and paws, then slips into the kitchen like it owns the place. Garlic sizzles in the pan. A splash of corn oil smooths the texture. Milk goes in to deepen the flavor. A final sprinkle of its signature spice blend, and just like that, a perfect soup is coming together. But at the worst possible moment, the janitor, Jack, walks in. He freezes. A rat? Cooking? Before he can even process it, the head chef steps up to the pot, takes one look, and explodes in fury. No one sees what's really happening. The soup is served anyway, carried straight to the most feared food critic in all of Paris.
Stop that soup!
One bad bite could destroy the restaurant, but then he tastes it. Silence, then shock. He loves it. Not just likes it, he gives it rare, glowing praise. The crisis is over, for now, but the chef isn't convinced. He orders Jack to recreate the exact same soup the next day, or he's fired. That's when Jack discovers the rat in the kitchen. He grabs a mop, ready to chase it out. Thinking fast, he scoops it up and hides it in a jar. He was supposed to get rid of it, but one look at those innocent eyes and he can't do it. Instead, he takes it home. And that's when things get even stranger.
Its name is Remy, from the countryside. Unlike other rats, it refuses to eat garbage, choosing only the freshest ingredients. Its sense of smell is incredible, even sharper than a dog's. It can tell if cheese came from a century-old shop or if a cake was made with authentic ingredients just by scent alone. Remy once snuck into an old woman's house, learning to cook by watching a famous chef on TV. But when his idol took his own life after harsh criticism, Remy was devastated. That's when the old woman spotted him. She grabbed a shotgun and fired. Remy ran for his life, scrambling up to the chandelier. Another shot. Chaos erupted as rats scattered everywhere. But Remy turned back. He clung tightly to his idol's cookbook, refusing to let it go. In the end, he fell into the sewers, separated from his family. Alone in the dark, damp tunnels, he flipped through the cookbook, mesmerized. Somehow, the chef from the pages seemed to come alive, speaking to him. Guided by that voice, Remy climbed through the pipes and up to the rooftops, and there it was, Paris. Right in front of him stood his idol's restaurant. He couldn't resist. He climbed onto the window ledge, only to see Jack inside, randomly throwing ingredients into a pot. Then his foot slipped, and he fell.